Welcome to another episode of the Vaughan Show. I'm your host, of course, Vaughan, and you already know who we got back in the building. I got
Hey
Sneaky
y'all, you
Q.
know I'm back on a weeknight.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So, before we start getting into uh, my passionate Trump section, did you? What would you like? Do you want to start? Do you want me to start with my Cardi B take, or do you want to start with your Cardi B take?
How about we? So this is what I was thinking.
Mhm.
How about we hit all the political things first,
Okay,
and then transfer into the media of it all?
perfect.
Okay.
So we'll get all the tension.
Because I was thinking, honestly, I want to talk about that lynching too first before we get into anything like Cardi and all the other stuff like that.
Okay, perfect. So we'll
Yeah.
get all the serious stuff out the way.
Let's get all the serious stuff out the way.
Copy. So,
Bear with this.
yes. And now I guess it's my time.
Your time to shine, right?
First, because I have notes. It's been so much shit.
I was reading.
It's been
I
so
was
much shit
reading.
happening.
I said, hey.
Yes. So first, we're going to start off with, this is America. This is not
America.
China. This is not Russia. This is not North Korea. And we shouldn't be getting people, the government, let me say it like that. The government shouldn't be pressing the issue to fire journalists or commentators over what they say, whether they consider it hate speech or not.
It's literally their job.
Yes. And
So
it's literally
confused.
protected by the First Amendment. What, 400 years ago? Was it four? Maybe about 400 years ago when this country was founded in 1776. The first thing that they thought of was, I have the right to basically say anything I want. That was the very first thing they put on that paper for Constitution.
I know they had some nasty mouths back then. For that to be the first thing, they had to have some nasty mouthpieces on them.
Come on.
For sure.
And I want to preference what I'm saying by saying the government shouldn't pressure companies or organizations to fire people that disagree or talk shit or make jokes about that administration, whatever administration it is. We're experiencing that now with the Trump administration.
Yep.
And I really had to think about it because I try to be as unbiased as I can. And the reason why I put an emphasis on the government shouldn't press the issue to businesses or organizations to fire journalists or commentators for saying things that the administration don't agree with is because when Barack Obama, when Donald Trump, when Joe Biden was president, Barack Obama, Trump's first term, and when Joe Biden was president, the Democrats and the people on the left was counseling other Americans for the views that they may have not agreed with. And I'm not going to sit up here and say, I agree with those views. I don't. 9 times out of 10, I'm on the complete opposite spectrum. But they have a right to say what they say. Now, the difference between that is Joe Biden didn't threaten businesses and organizations to withhold money or to not let you do a merger, which is going to cost that company potential billions, hundreds of millions of dollars. Biden did not do that. The people, the citizens of America, the citizens of Twitter, when they was Karens, when the Karens moniker came up and we saw so many videos of Karens at hotels
like a cluster of, it was like a moment of
Yes.
Karen.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember
People, not the government, people press the issues with the companies that them Karens work for, and the companies fired them. I want to make it plain what I just said. The left, when the left was counseling people, it was people coming together, citizens coming together and saying that person with those type of views shouldn't be represented by your company, or we're going to stop buying your products.
Mm-hmm.
And the company ultimately fired a lot of them. The United States government did not put an ultimatum to these companies and say fire these people or else.
Nope.
That is what Donald Trump is doing now. And that is the biggest, starkest difference between council culture on the left and council culture on the right. The right is using their political power and political authority to silence Americans. The left used the people. The people, American citizens, came together to petition that company or whatever company it was to fire these Karens. It was not the United States government.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about, and they was hunting for people's jobs and
yes,
let the video circulate. I'm talking about it doesn't take long at all.
No.
And they were on your ass.
Yes.
Left and right, people was getting fired.
And to a certain degree, do I think that's right? Kind of not. Because I have strong views. And I try not to be a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't want my job to be in jeopardy just because I have strong views on my platform.
Well, yeah, but also a lot of that wasn't, a lot of the times when those Karens were getting canceled, it wasn't them sitting on the couch discussing how they felt about whatever.
Oh, no.
It was based off
racism.
The way they were acting.
The racism
and things
they displayed. Yeah. Let's just call it what it is. The racism that
they displayed is correct.
And let me say that point again. It was not the Biden administration. It was not the federal government pressing the issue with these companies. It was citizens, private citizens, getting together and pressing the issue with these companies.
Yep.
Making a social media blitz, calling the headquarters line and say, can I speak to this CEO or COO about this worker and how she or he displayed racist behavior? I can send you the video.
They even started putting it in TV shows, like those type of scenarios in TV shows.
Yes.
During that time frame.
What would you do? I love that. I spend hours on TikTok looking at what would you do videos. Oh,
are those videos with those actors?
Yes.
And they be
in situations.
I be getting so mad. Sometimes I cannot watch those. And this is one white lady in particular who, I don't know what maybe she's just too good at it, but I'll be ready to chew that bitch out every time I watch a video. And I know it's fake, but ooh, she's too damn good. She's too damn good at playing like that. Like, bitch, you better get them bony fingers out my face if I crack that shit.
And that's the biggest difference. And now I'm going to say my topics to let you know that the difference and the hypocrisy is so crazy on the right. Is insane at this point. And the same people, the FCC chairman and Donald Trump, I believe is that's his special advisor, Stephen Miller. Both of them have old tweets circling.
Of course.
From 2022, when Joe Biden was in office, about how free speech, about how people can say things and they shouldn't be held accountable. They shouldn't be able to lose their job for it. You know, that's what America is built on, da-da-da-da-da,
blah,
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 blah, blah.
Said.
That's what they said. That's what they said. Now, let me go to my notes. Brian Kilmeade made remarks on Fox and Friends that sparked controversy. He suggested that mentally ill homeless people who refuse help might face involuntary lethal injection or just kill them.
Y'all heard that, right?
That's not my words. That is a direct quote from that
That is
man
crazy.
on national TV. And do you think he lost his job? No, he didn't. He came out later to try to put context and some intent to clarify his statement, but you can't clarify it. And he said that. Let me say it again. Brian Kilmeade said, mentally ill homeless people who refuse help might face involuntary lethal injection or just kill them. That's what he said.
He's talking about the homeless people. The homeless folks.
And a few days later, you can look it up, please. I want y'all to fact check me. I want you to do your own research if you want to. A few days later, a mass shooting occurred at a homeless encampment in Minneapolis, which hurt and injured 8 people. So you cannot tell me that that man that went into that homeless encampment and shot those people up, you cannot tell me he's not MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot tell me that more than likely he watched that clip.
He clung on to every word that Mr. Bryan said.
And he brought it to life.
Clung on to every word.
But Pam Bondi is now out here trying to arrest him for hate speech. Pam Bondi is not trying to hold him accountable for his hateful acts and speech.
Crazy, but we know why.
Oh, of course.
We know why.
We know white. How Godfrey, I don't know if you know the comedian Godfrey, and he was saying Dominican people is quick to say, me no black, me no black, me no black. That was very white.
Mm-hmm.
So, for him to not be fired, and for him to not face public scrutiny, like Jimmy Kimmel.
Freaking Jimmy Kimmel, y'all.
Come on, man. Like, and I'm gonna provide some context for that Jimmy Kimmel firing. Did you know that Disney and Hulu is trying to buy Fubo?
Yeah.
Fubo? Mm-hmm. Fubo, whatever it's called.
Whatever it's called. Yeah.
And they have to get that type of merger approved by the Department of Justice and Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So they have incentives.
Some of their actors, some of the girl who played in She-Hulk on Disney.
Never seen it, but I know you're talking about.
She posted on her Instagram, I believe, telling people to unsubscribe from Disney.
Good.
From Hulu.
Good.
And I was like, she was one of theirs. She said no.
It's ridiculous.
She said no.
It's ridiculous. And first, I believe it was Stephen Colbert that he pressed the issue with and got him let go. And his show is ending. Now it's Jimmy Kimmel. And that man, the president of the United States of America, took to a right-leaning, sometimes far-right social media network and said, I think he said, what's the other two? The last two. It's 2 white men that's still doing nighttime commentary that has a late show. Jimmy Fallon and somebody else.
You're talking about the
on NBC.
The white guy with the glasses.
But Donald Trump said in that Truth Social post that Jimmy Fallon and that other guy needs to be let go as well. We're waiting on them. NBC,
Stephen
do it.
Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, John Oliver.
It was Jimmy Fallon and somebody else.
Johnny Carson, David Letterman, Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien, Trevor Noah, and Graham Norton.
No. So that was the first one. Stephen Colbert is the first guy that lost the show. That's ending. Then Jimmy Kimmel just got out of here. He said Jimmy Fallon and somewhere else. Look it up online. It was Jimmy Fallon and another person. But he said NBC, do them next. Fire them next.
And I actually really enjoy Jimmy Fallon's show. I can't lie.
Yes. Jimmy Fallon has been cool with me since Taxi Driver.
I was just about to say since Taxi.
Oh, yeah, Taxi. Sorry. I misquoted.
Adding on an extra.
Sorry.
You're not getting paid for that.
Oh, shit. But this is ridiculous. And we're getting to a point where this is about to be
some shit about to go down.
A fascist state.
Some shit about to go down.
Where they're about to start arresting people for what they put on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot tell me that they're not trying to do that.
Mm-hmm. They are. They definitely are.
And on top of this, another one of my biggest issues with Donald Trump is he removing basically everything that has to deal with slavery in national museums.
They got the nerve to put up a gold statue of him holding the Bitcoin. Anyway, go ahead.
Is his erasement of slavery in this country shouldn't and cannot be tolerated. That, whether we like it or not,
talking about
that is a part of our country.
The ugly side of slavery.
Because
Because the entire ordeal was ugly. What do you mean the ugly side? There were no pretty sides.
Yes.
Not even for the house slaves. There were no pretty sides.
And teaching our kids and teaching people about slavery shows how long America has come. That is a part of our history that we cannot wash away. It's something that we should embrace. And once the country embraces, we can make a gainful, meaningful step to move forward and not, I guess, be bogged down every few years when this conversation comes up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And
it's bad enough they're trying to take it out of the schools. Now you're trying to take, okay, we still have museum. Now you're trying to take it out the museum. It don't got nothing to do with you.
No.
It's literally not affecting you.
And we know nobody's alive today was either a slave or had slaves. We understand that. But we cannot whitewash history with the greatest country in the world that has ever been on the face of this planet. And I think this is going to be the greatest country that ever would live. But we have to come together. We have to put our differences aside, and we have to just speak truth.
You know, I want to know where that picture came from with all of the different ethnicities holding hands around the globe, around the earth.
Oh, I knew that.
Where'd that come from? Because that clearly has never been the case. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many Spanish people is talking and yeah, I said it, talking so much shit about black people right now. It's disgusting. Do you know how many people I've had to unfollow recently through social media, like family, friends, because of these opinions? And again, if you have an opinion, that's fine. That doesn't mean I have to look at it.
No. Or I have to like it or
at all.
It, or see it.
It actually just makes me not want to look at you. No shade, but whatever.
And I don't. With Hispanics, it's always, and it's not all.
It sure isn't all.
It's not all.
But it's a damn good chunk of them that's acting a little bit too white.
I would say
too
about
white
45%
for me.
And I know with my stats and my numbers and my 2 out of 10s and 8 out of 10s. But
okay, because you do be throwing them shits out there. How you get that? How you come up with that? 45%.
That's just my personal opinion.
45.732. Just about.
It's like a lot of them want to be white. And how I know that is because when I was in college in New York City, I was a after-school group counselor for a predominantly Hispanic nonprofit organization. And when we did the I-9s and the federal forms that kids have to do every school year, when we did that with the kids and the parents, and we start inputting data, I had to ask my Hispanic supervisor, real shit, Keith. I was like, hey, this is fraud. Like a lot of these people lying. And she was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, because why some of them keep putting race or ethnic, whatever it's called. I don't know how to
Sometimes they have it on. It's race and ethnicity. They do it different on different applications.
Okay, race. Why is a lot of these Hispanic people saying they white, and then why some of them saying they black? I can understand the black.
This is fraud,
but this is definitely fraud because the ones that saying they white, they like a shade or two lighter than me. I know.
And they speak Spanish.
Yes.
They speak Espanol.
And some of them, I ain't trying to be funny, and you can say whatever, but it's the truth. Some of them had to have their kids translate what I was saying to them.
I go through that now, actually working where I work at, dealing with a lot of Hispanics.
Their kids have to translate.
Mm-hmm. They'll bring their child with them
to translate.
Yep.
Now, I'm not going to get into that whole thing of if you somewhere and you decide to make a life there, then you need to
at least try
conform to some of their societal norms.
I thought you was going to say try to learn the language a little bit.
That was
try to learn the language a little bit.
What I said was the most political roundabout way.
There you go.
What you said. But yes, learn the language. Please. And I'm not saying that to be racist. Please do not take it that way. I want to communicate with you.
Yeah.
And when you come up to me or you say something to me or you say good morning or whatever, I want to communicate with you and not have to pull my phone out to the translator app.
Yeah. Now, I will say, and again, agree with you 100% on that. I know I've taken small steps to learn more so on the communicating end of customer service and things like that, of how to get certain phrases and things out to my Spanish people. I even learned a little bit of it's one of them. It's one of them like languages.
Mandarin?
Yeah, Mandarin. I tried my hand at that a little bit because this is one guy who stay coming through, and he always look excited when I say a new little word or something like that. So it's like I try, and I do feel like even if I were to move to a different country where they did speak predominantly whatever a different language, I'm gonna try my best to learn at least to where I can communicate the small things, because I'm sure it's very hard to navigate in an area where you don't know what someone is saying and you don't know and they don't know what you're saying back to them, like,
and you
just a little bit, un poquito.
Whoever you are, whether you white, you black, you Hispanic,
white, black, brown, Puerto Rican, or Asian, it don't matter who you are.
You cannot come into another country, whatever country it is, and say that country and those people have to bend to your language. Now, I'll give you a prime example. I will use myself. If, for whatever reason, I have a traumatic brain injury and I move to Russia or I move to China, I cannot expect the Russian people to speak American. If I'm going to live my life in Russia or in China, and that is the land of freedom in my mind, I am going to have to either learn Russian and Mandarin. Mm-hmm. I cannot expect the Chinese people to all speak American, to have everything in American so I can get around. Of course, some things they have in American translated, but you cannot go to any place and expect to live your life there and not be able to fluently speak with the people. That's just my one thing.
I understand. I love me a Russian accent. It's so aggressive.
There are very aggressive, violent people.
Do not. I can't really imitate it. I'll be trying now.
Babushka.
Babushka.
But that was our little tangent on that. But let's get to another one of Trump's idiocracies. Trump's DOJ is pushing to lower the age, is pushing, not just saying shit. They're pushing Congress, and Congress is actually talking about it and in session trying to make a decision on whether they're going to lower the whether they're going to lower the age limit from 16 to 14 in DC so they can charge 14-year-olds as adults. Let me say that again. The current age in DC for you to be tried as an adult is 16 years old. Donald Trump is pressuring the DOJ, which in turn pressured Congress to have a session about this because they want to lower the age from 16 years old to 14 to be charged as an adult. Now, I'm going to say this. They want to do that, but they don't want to prosecute adults for having sexual, I won't even say intercourse because it's abuse, sexual abuse with 14-year-olds. Let me say that again. Congress in DC wants to lower the age from 16 to 14 to be tried as an adult, but they will not release the Jeffrey Epstein files so adults that sexually abuse 14-year-olds can go to jail. And you want me to take a moral ground or listen to anything you motherfuckers have to say?
La 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 la.
And this federal government has all agreed, doctors, scientists, all of these people, that says 21. You have to be 21 to start drinking in this country. And some doctors even said 25 is really when your brain is fully developed, and they will want the drinking age to be 25. But let's just go with 21 because that is federal law.
Because that's what it is, right?
If you say a brain is not developed at 18, 19, 20 years old enough for that brain to drink, what makes you think that same brain can be charged as an adult 7 years before at 14? Now, crime in some parts of this country is bad. And I'm not going to be the hypocrite that says not. It's a lot of crime in this country, just like any country. Is Asians, Hispanics, blacks, whites, Native Americans, everybody commit crime. But you only want to highlight, this administration only wants to highlight black people committing crimes and illegals.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you see that to a certain degree, I wouldn't even say white people. I put a name and more specifics to it. White men are some of the most hostile, aggressive killers you can ever encounter.
Okay, just angry.
And will kill people.
Scary.
Will kill people. Now, black people,
yeah,
we may
be ready to fight.
Yeah, and we may get loud and throw shit and fight, but just killing people.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, there are some.
Yes, there are some
in every race.
Yes,
but we're talking percentile here. We're talking percentages.
And since these people, especially, how do I want to preference his name? I'm just going to say it. Especially Charlie Kirk, when he was alive, he loved statistics. He loved putting stats out on this and this. So I spent the bulk of my days looking at FBI statistics, the Bureau of Crime statistics, and the federal government statistics.
You is chewing that word up.
Yeah, I was in speech therapy when I was in elementary school. It's something about my S's and shit. Like that's what niggas say. It's S's and shit.
The S's. At least you don't have no crazy lisp or nothing like that, you know.
No. I used to say, I can't even say it now. Shrimp.
I love that you just said shrimp.
I used to say it way completely fucked up.
Because scrimp and
I think
shrimp.
that's how I used to say it.
Scrimp is crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
I have stats. Now, some of these
You
stats
do got the stats.
are from 2019, and a few of them is from 2024. And in real time, the DOJ and the FBI are deleting statistical crime studies off of their websites. So I pulled as much information as I can. In 2019, arrests for rape, about 69.8% of those arrested were white. 2019, arrests for rape, about 69.8% of those arrests were white. And about 26.7% were black/African American, and the rest were other races. Still in 2019. 16 for all arrests. This is the FBI crime statistics. For all arrests in 2019, 69.4% were white. For all of arrests in 2019, 69.4% were white. 26.6% was black and African American. The rest were other races. Among adult arrests for violent crimes in 2019, and violent crimes dictate murder, rape, robbery, aggravated assault, white people accounted for 59.1% of those arrests. That's basically 6%. So let's go to 2024. From federal data on sexual abuse sentencing, federal cases, we're not talking about state cases, we're talking about federal cases. In fiscal year 2024 for sexual abuse sentencing in federal cases, 93.5% of persons sentenced were men. 55% were white. 15% were Hispanic. 14% was black. And 13% was Native Americans and others.
What they be doing?
What?
What the Native Americans be doing? I ain't never heard no crimes about this.
See, and I thank God he's brought that up. I'll put my whole check that I'm about to get paid on that black people or black race would be at the bottom because we 14%, mm-hmm. Native American and other is 13. Mm-hmm. We will be at the bottom if more rapes that occurred on Indian reservations were reported. Because a lot of rapes that happen on Indian reservations are not reported.
Damn.
And that's not, I don't have nothing against the indigenous people of this country. I'm just saying facts.
Yeah.
And the multitude of documentaries I've seen in my life and heard stories from actual Native Americans, rape and alcoholism is very rampant on reservations. So, and I'm going to end with this, and we're going to get into lighter subjects. Trump plans to hold a convention ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. Why? To show up political control of Congress that will ensure he can do anything he wants for the remainder of his term. And we have to stop that. We have to fight. Fight, fight, fight. And how do we fight? We fight by not being silent. We fight by going to the polls and voting.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you who to vote for.
I was so shocked to hear people that I actually know, how many of them said that they did not vote this year because of the picks. But even then I was
it's fucking...
Anyway. Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. And I was one of those people, not that didn't vote, but that was very holding. I already know what I was going to get from Donald Trump. I knew that this shit was going to happen.
Yeah.
He said it, honestly. I mean, I can't say that, I can say he lied about the Epstein files, because him and other Republicans, their whole running was, we're going to release the files, we're going to release the files. And they are trying their hardest to stop any information from coming out about the Epstein files. Any. But I was one of those people that was kind of skeptical of Kamala Harris. And when I did my own research and not just listened to what was seen on TV, I was a little bit more comfortable with siding with Kamala Harris. Now, my pick, I'm going to be honest, and hopefully he runs this time, and hopefully he's the Democratic nominee. My pick would have been Cory Booker. But clearly Cory Booker wasn't on the ticket.
Yeah.
So I picked Kamala because I may have not agreed with everything she was campaigning on. I did agree that her vision for America was better than Donald Trump's.
For sure. And again, even like, I'm glad you said that. She was not your first go-to, but you had to look into some things because a side has to be chosen, and it can't be the person that I actually want. So out of the two people that I do have here, what side am I leaning more toward?
Yes.
A lot of people got scared and backed off because they was like, oh, they don't see Kamala winning, Trump taking over, he doing a lot of the 2025
Project 2025.
Yeah, Project 2025 thing. Like, it just started scaring people. But in my honest opinions, I don't even think people were really scared. I think people were just, I don't want to say that. I think y'all was just being pussy.
And a lot of them,
I do want to say that, actually.
And a lot of them was racist.
Yeah.
And misogynistic. And a lot of, I feel, black people fell into that misogynistic type of category. Because for some reason, these people think a huge section of Americans, white, black, Hispanic, young, old, they feel like a woman shouldn't run this country, which is wild to me, especially when you have a conversation with these people. And a lot of these people grew up like me by a single mother. So women can handle anything that is thrown at them.
It's the lack of faith.
It is.
It's honestly
racism and misogynistic.
It's just disgusting.
Because I just feel like her vision for America would have been better.
It would have been.
Honestly, sad to say, hopefully not, but to a certain degree, I think her time has came and gone.
Yeah.
Because what Cory Booker did a few months ago, when that man stood up for basically, I think it was like 25 and a half hours and didn't stop speaking, didn't eat, eviscerating Trump and the Trump administration on everything from the military to education to healthcare to Doge.
Not barely taking sips of water so he don't have to go pee.
Come on. Because if he would have went to pee, he would have gave up his what was it called? His not censure. He would have gave up his ability to keep speaking. That's why I don't know if you caught any parts of it, but every time he would have gave up his time. Every time somebody asked a question, like a fellow congressman or senator, he said, "I'm going to answer your question, but I remain the right to basically keep being up here. So as soon as after I answer your question, the time goes directly back to me." When he did that, and when he spoke like that, I'm not going to say I watched the whole 25 hours because that would be a lot. I caught about a good maybe 2.5, 3 hours. Then I was like, that's the man that I'm going to vote for in 2028. That's because that type of dedication it took for you to do that, to not eat, barely drink, and to be coherent and actually make a lot of sense and press issues and points. That was amazing, Cory Booker. And hopefully he runs again, and hopefully he wins the Democratic nomination.
Yeah.
Him.
I would have passed out on that stage.
Oh, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California.
Yeah.
He really he's coming up.
There. Yeah, he be in there.
And he taking the Trump on social media only like Trump can do.
Yeah.
Big hands, all caps.
Mm-hmm.
On their head. He was on their head for like 3-4 weeks straight. Like multiple tweets a day. So yeah.
I was just waiting for one of ours to dish it out.
And an Hispanic guy. And it's crazy because that Hispanic guy want to come on this podcast. And I'm open to having anybody on the podcast so we can debate intelligently, and maybe I learn something and maybe they'll learn something. But he said he voted for Trump because he's Hispanic. I just want to preface that he's Hispanic. He said he voted for Trump, and he was going to vote for Trump because now is not the time for a woman's president. So, and I told him straight to his face, that just tells me you're racist and you're misogynistic. Because do you think there's a lot of people that said 2008 wasn't the time for the first black president, but we still had it, and he still did a great job. These people are not logical. They do not reason. And I'm not even going to disrespect them and say that they're dumb. A lot of them, the supporters, the regular people, everyday people, some of them are a little dumb. I'm going to say that. Some of them are a little dumb. Sorry if that offends you. The politicians that's pushing this MAGA shit and this far-right Republican shit, they are evil. Because they're smart enough to know what they're doing is wrong. They're smart enough to know that if it was on the other shoe, they would be
going crazy.
Yes, they would be out of their fucking mind if a Democrat president was doing the things that Donald Trump is doing.
They would be going nuts.
Yes. And
they'd be saying all the things we're saying, but worse.
Yes. And the violence would be way worse. Because the one thing about the right and the far right, when they want to fuck some shit up,
they fuck it up.
They gonna fuck some shit up.
Even had a little old bitch in the wheelchair trying to stab motherfuckers.
Come on. Oh, they looting.
They fucked that girl
bitch,
up.
Are they looting? Is this your store? And even if it is your store,
they fucked her up.
They should have.
They fucked her up.
I'm gonna be honest. And hopefully people don't look at me differently. But fuck spraying her with the fire hydrant. I would have bopped her upside that head with a few times with that fire hydrant.
I probably would have hit her in the back of the head too.
You stabbing people. It's not like you just blocking the entryway for them to go. You're trying to stab people as they go past. Bing! Mm-hmm. What that Marjorie meme? That Marge meme from SpongeBob? Yeah. Right there, bitch. Shit. Fucking crazy, yo.
Yes.
And then these people looted stores that have insurance. That
I just don't get the whole looting. I mean, I don't get the whole destruction of things when we protest, and that's on both sides. For me,
it's anger.
For me,
see, and this is the thing, and I'm glad you said that. In my opinion, it is anger, and the only way that they can release the anger on the left is tear shit up. Mm-hmm. You know, burn a few stores down, march. Want me to tell you how the right and far right solve that problem? They get quiet and they start watching people, and they start watching people's houses, and they start watching people's jobs, and the right moment they try to kill that person. Mm-hmm. Like literally kill that person. Mm-hmm. Not burn their house down, not take you out, not burn their car down.
Excommunicate.
Yes, they kill at alarming rates than the left. It was a study conducted by the DOJ, I think a few years ago, and it showed that it was so like the percentages of far right extremism, center extremism, and far left extremism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Pam Bondi and the Department of Justice deleted that study off their website. Yes, because it didn't fit their narrative. It didn't fit their agenda. And this is why I say these people are evil, because they're smart enough to know we can't win when they're telling the truth. So we're just going to act like the truth doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Even if they corner us with the truth, we're going to throw it back on the left. And we can never like get anywhere with that. And that's mine. We need to figure out a way to come together. Hopefully something bad doesn't have to happen for us to finally come together as Americans. I'm not saying we should agree on every issue. You don't even agree with your mama about everything. You don't even agree with your husband or your wife or your kids or your brothers and sisters about everything, but you still love them.
Who said that?
What you saying?
Somebody said, or your pastor.
Yeah, or your pastor. Real shit.
Somebody is playing.
And I think it was Governor Bashar, and I'm going to end with this. It was Governor Bashar. I seen a video on, I think he was on Midas Touch or Media Touch, and he was like, this is the thing. You walk down a block, for every 6 houses you done pass, more than likely, one or two of them is from a different political party than that you align to. But in your neighborhood, on your block, on your street, you still want their kids to be successful and safe. Mm-hmm. You still want the good for them. Yeah. You still want them to be successful. He said we need that as a country, as a whole. Not just you want your neighborhood kids to be successful, whether you agree with their parents' decision or political views or not.
It don't got nothing to do with the kids at the end of the day.
No. And what are they witnessing? They're witnessing literally the death and destruction of democracy on the greatest country, in the greatest country on this planet.
Y'all know Ray is rooting for America.
American all day. I love being American. I wouldn't want to be nothing else. It's America, bitch. It's great to be American.
Oh, it's some white people song. I swear it is.
You know, I bought a lighter. I still got that lighter.
You got the Confederate flag on it. I don't know why I asked that, but we was talking about white people.
Hell, first of all,
right, I swear to God.
I'm gonna be honest. At my job,
I swear to God, I was not even.
One of the drivers have Confederate flags on his truck. And once I seen that, I don't converse with him anymore.
Yeah, when I was bartending, there was a server who it was back when my car was down for like a week, and I didn't want to Uber home, so I had asked my coworkers like, you know, hey, anybody, time y'all get off, like when y'all take me home? And he was like, oh, I'll take you or whatever. White dude, he's super nice. Always, I mean, when I say we was at work, me and that dude used to cut up at work. Low key, we used to play flirt too, because you know how they get down. They don't care about stuff like that. So he was like, oh, I'll take you home. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Open up the door on the pickup. Seat cushions, Confederate flag. Steering wheel cover, Confederate flag. Sink things hanging from the rearview mirror. When I tell you, I said, like, where you going? I said, my cousin on the way. I forgot. I'm tripping. Never spoke to the boy again. We came to work. He would try to laugh at me, and I'm like,
yeah, I can't. I don't kiki with evil.
I was like, I saw this video. This fat white man, somebody was confronting him because he had the Confederate flag in his hand. He was like, my people. Back in the day, and they said, when back in the day? Well, we had farmland, and it was like, well, who was working the farmland? My people were poor. Do you know how expensive a slave was back then? And when I say, he said, after he said the whole, do you know how expensive a slave was back then? He was like, because everybody basically was trying to get him to admit, like, you know, whatever. And when I say I don't know if it was because the camera was on him, but when I say he was like dumbstruck, like he just looked at the camera and he was just like, and just shut the fuck up.
Yes, because that flag
And then they started singing
symbolizes,
some racist white song.
you can say heritage. Yes, I will agree.
This is my heritage.
But your heritage is rooted in something or somebody that resembles my skin tone being treated less than a human.
Rooted in evilness and darkness.
And they're fucking traitors.
I will not tamper with
I don't understand how the United States of America is going to let a group of people that weren't even born back then let that flag still be around today. They tried to overthrow the government of the United States of America and they lost. All of that shit should have been put to the end then. Mm-hmm. No flags, no nothing. You want a flag? Change it. Change it. But y'all cannot fly that same Confederate flag you was flying trying to overtake us. Mm-hmm. No. But it's all that, oh, we got to come together. Some shit got to be nipped in the bud. Some shit got to be nipped in the bud.
Not doing it.
Fuck no.
Not doing it.
But that was my topic. And we're going to talk about politics more because I'm definitely not going to do what Tyler Robinson did. Mm. What I'm going to do is use my voice. And I want everybody that's watching this video to use your voice as well. And make sure you go to the polls. And again, I'm not telling you who to vote for. You can vote for Republican for all I care. Go to the polls and let the people decide how this country should be and the vision of this country. That's my little statement.
Hashtag use your voice.
I like that. Use your voice.
Oh, thank you. So before we get into the series, before we leave the serious side of it all, yes. Because we still got time, and honestly, it is what it is, right? So let's get into the tragic death of 21-year-old Trey. Forgive me for not knowing how to exactly pronounce his first name. Trey Reeds. They found him hanging from a tree in the middle of campus Monday morning at Delta State University. Authorities claim they found him, and this is what they told the mother upon alerting her, that they found him in his dorm room while in bed that morning, which later she found out that was not true. Now, it's being said allegedly that she found out through social media that her son was found hanging.
Whew. Jesus.
Delta State University.
Where's that at?
Mississippi.
Mm-hmm, Mississippi.
I know you have cameras. I know you all know what's going on here. I need y'all to do something. That was one of your students. That was one of your students. And we don't know who did this. But you can damn well find out. What we're not going to do is sit here and act like he just magically got up there. And the fact that the police tried to cover that up, y'all are some son of a bitches. And y'all have a nice spot waiting for y'all in hell. Disgusting. Disgusting. And I can only talk about this for so long before I start getting emotional. Because I'm getting there already.
Yeah, he didn't deserve.
But that young man did not deserve that. Y'all need to bring them people to justice and figure this out. Please do not let, I am begging you all. Please do not let that man's mother suffer any more than what she has to. Somebody has to be on the right side here. Somebody has to be on the right side here. And that's all I can say about that Ray, you have anything to say regarding that?
I try to, and we're going to keep following this case and
Yeah,
keep
we
giving
are.
updates. I don't want to say anything reckless, so I'm going to say this. If he wasn't hanged and this wasn't a hate crime, I don't understand the thought process of the local law enforcement to lie about the circumstances of his death. And then I believe the family has contacted an attorney, and they want an independent investigation done. Now, I don't know that much about suicides, but if we're going with the notion that this was a suicide, why a tree? He could have hung himself from his dorm room. He could have did a lot of other things to get himself out of here. So I believe, and it's sad for me to say this, and please do not call me a hypocrite, but I believe that even though the FBI director is the dumbest person I think has ever held that position, and he has evil intent as well, and covering up a lot of shit that Trump is doing or did, the FBI needs to get involved and investigate this as a hate crime. And if they come out and say this, and show us proof that it wasn't that, then hey, we'll have to go with that.
We can do that.
But the federal government and the FBI needs to step in and figure out what happened to that young man.
Yeah.
It's sad. My condolences go out to his family. The college is supposed to be your best years, your most funnest years. It's supposed to be the time where it makes the person who you are. And Trey had that opportunity snuffed out for whatever reason.
Just taken.
And I pray for his soul. I pray that his family can get some type of peace and reconciliation from this.
Yeah.
And we will be keeping this story very close, and we will be providing updates as updates come through.
For sure. For sure. Y'all stay safe.
Yes.
I don't even want to single them out like this, but I am. My black students at Delta State University. Stay vigilant, stay safe. Yes. Walk around with your head on a swivel, okay?
Yes.
It's some dirty things being done out there, as y'all can see.
Yes.
I need y'all to be safe, protect yourselves, watch for each other, have each other's back. This is not the time to be going back and forth and bickering with one another. Y'all need to become one solidified group. I'm for real.
Yeah.
Just watch out for each other, y'all. Just watch out for each other.
Because if we don't watch out for each other as a people, as a race, as Americans, if we don't watch out for each other, who will? We have to stand united versus evil, in whatever form evil comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you caught the Grace for the World concert at the Vatican. Oh, and I'm not super duper religious, but it moved something in my spirit seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
John Legend and Pharrell and just all different types of people coming together, rejoicing the word of God, different religions, Christians, Catholics, Muslims, but it was grace for the world.
Yeah.
So shout out to
them.
I believe it's Pope Leo for green lighting it, and it was at the Vatican.
Yeah, that's dope.
At the Vatican.
That's dope. That's real dope.
Yes. And hopefully we have more peace and love in this world because we need it.
Definitely need it. Definitely need it. All right, y'all. We're gonna move away from the heart-stopping news.
Yeah.
From the seriousness of it all. From the things that we need to tell you guys before we get into the fun of it all, right?
Balance.
That little scale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you said you wanted to talk about Cardi, right? So let's talk about Cardi real quick.
Got you.
What was you thinking? What was you talking about?
So, and it's crazy. And hopefully you watched the last episode. The last episode was recorded and posted before the Cardi news even broke. And what I was saying on the last episode, what we were saying on the last episode, you have to be discerning on who you lay down and have kids with. And a few days later, this came out. Now,
I already knew it was his baby.
I
not at one point thought that was Offset's kid that she's pregnant with. There was nothing in my head that thought that.
I was in New York for a while, for a few years. And I'm going to tell you something. And I apologize for whoever gets offended, but this is just my experience. She is the typical bird brain Bronx female, y'all. And
she said she just regular.
Yes, regular having mental incapacities. Yes.
Oh, God.
It's like, how? And then my whole thing is trying to hold men accountable, holding men accountable. But what I said, I think 2 episodes ago, you cannot hold men accountable when they know they can just run through you and have no type of recourse. Yeah. You caught this man cheating. And then not only did you do that, you went on social media to talk shit about it. For you to be pregnant with this man's baby, and you haven't even known this man for probably a year, and this man has 3 other baby mamas that's either about to have a baby or the babies is 5, 6 months, 8 months old. And this is the man you chose to bring a child. Oh, yeah, some girl
did just...
Yes.
That girl, what's her name?
It's 3 of them. And one of them got actually court documents.
Lord Giselle? She one of them. She claiming that he is the father of, I think, her 5-month-old daughter.
And I don't know if that's the one with the court documents.
She filed for paternity and custody.
And he said he don't think it's his. But if it's his, he want 50-50 custody, joint custody. And then there's a video come out. It's an old video, but of him being a Minnesota Vikings player. Mm-hmm. And they doing a little, content shit. What's the one player you wouldn't want your sister to date? And like 5 or 6 guys said Stephon Diggs.
I saw that video.
I mean, for a man to say he don't want another man to date his sister, that should tell you everything about that man. And again, this is who you chose to have a baby with.
Maybe she didn't know all of that stuff. Okay, never mind. She knew. She knew and she still did it.
And then legally, you still married.
You in her business a little too much. Now
it's business. I can be in a business when it's public. When I on maybe a year or 2 ago.
They still married for real?
Yes.
Dang. Nasty business.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, okay.
And then for him to say, she said, "What, Gail King?" So what did he say? He said, I was guarded. I was closed off. And he said, let me heal you. And I was like, okay. He said, let me heal you. Yeah, he said, let me heal you.
She said she feels strong, powerful, and supported by that man. Okay?
And ladies, this is just a mirror holding up. Cardi B is a mirror to some of y'all.
At least she doesn't hate Offset anymore. She just wishes he was a better person. I mean, she said that on CBS Morning. Yeah, CBS Morning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just no contact between the two of them right now.
Two things can be true at once.
They're just open to co-parenting.
I mean, as it should. But all of these couples, celebrities, after a while, when they start having kids, it started to go downhill for some reason. And I just don't like. Sorry, Mr. MAGA people just walked across the window.
And it took him by surprise.
Took me by surprise. It's kind of like somebody pop up behind you on the elevator. You like, oh, I didn't know you was there. But
y'all know her. Y'all know her album releases tomorrow. Am I the drama?
You are, and she did this shit on purpose.
Okay, she's a marketing queen. Okay,
no,
she ate this.
No,
she's a marketing queen.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to give that to her. And
Listen,
you shouldn't give that to her either, Keith. This is all Rock Nation's marketing.
So what is wrong with that? What's wrong with her marketing for the album? I need this motherfucker to sell. I got my fourth child on the way.
First, I don't have a problem with Rock Nation marketing like this. I'm just pointing it out that this is not her intelligence.
Okay, that don't matter though.
Somebody else's intelligence.
That's fine. What's wrong with that?
And that just make good business sense.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna say something, say it in the day before, so that increases the eyes on your project that's about to drop 12 hours after you say whatever you got to say, and social media is gonna go crazy. That is Rock Nation. But I don't have no problem with that. I fuck with Rock Nation. Shout out to Rock Nation. Shout out to Jay-Z.
I wish I knew.
Fuck them racist white people. And
ain't it this?
Yes.
A little something. Beyonce, sign me.
Fuck them racist white people that denied their casino bid.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. I think you told me about that actually.
Yeah, they denied. But Cardi B, it's like I'm just at a loss of words, yo. And the reason why I'm at a loss of words is because I hold women to a higher standard when it comes to having kids. And the reason why I hold them to a higher standard is because, let's be honest, when you have a child with somebody you don't know, and y'all don't last, who do you think that child is going to grow up with and be with at least 90 to 95% of the time?
Mommy.
Thank you. So is that not putting more stress on that woman? Because it's another human that they help create. I'm not taking accountability from women that they help create, but now they have to pour into that small human being. Now they have to be a mother to another human being or that human being. And then they get so frustrated and so, I guess, angry when the man is out there living his life, still fucking on bitches, still doing whatever. He come maybe once or twice a week, pick up the kid for a few minutes. Hey, how was your day? And then gone.
You ever seen the movie Dance Flick?
Yes.
Where he said, I'm here to pick up my son.
All right, I'm gone.
All right, I'm out.
That's how a lot of men is. And it's sad. It's sad. And what do you think that woman goes through? The stress, the angst, the anger, the frustration. Because she loves her child and she's going to be there for her child. But I feel like a huge part of that is probably her upset at herself for not being able to see the signs for some reason.
I get that. Because her first three are from Offset, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Aww.
And this man, your boyfriend, the man you chose to have a baby with and to cuff up, he has sexual abuse allegations, and not just from women. He has one from a man. You ain't heard that?
Mm-mm. I didn't know who that man was until he got with Cardi B.
His ex-stylist said that he drugged him and took advantage of him. And he tried to press the issue because he wanted the stylist, And the stylist said, no, this is business, whatever. And Stephon Diggs allegedly sent his brothers to go beat up the man. And that is on camera, on the elevator camera. 3 men beating him up. And I believe 2 of the men was identified as Stephon Diggs' brother.
Dang.
And this is who Cardi B chose to have a baby with. I don't understand the foolishness.
This how I chop it up. It ain't me. But like Ray said, y'all got to be more mindful, be a little wary. Have your head on the swivel.
Yeah. Because it's sad.
Do a background check. Get a little private eye investigation before you do all that.
Because your whole life as a woman is altered.
Mm-hmm.
Your dreams, your aspirations, all of that is altered when a baby comes into a picture. And then that's why I feel like a lot of baby mamas be hating their baby daddies. I could be wrong. But the baby mamas see the baby daddy still going to the club, still living his best life, still doing this, still doing this. And she loved that child. Yeah. But I have to play mommy 24/7, 365 days. And that brings up envy, jealousy, anger, frustration at the baby father. And I feel some of that is on her. She feels that inward as well.
That's how she felt with Offset.
To herself. And I'm not just talking about Cardi B. I'm talking about women in general at this point.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want women to feel like bashing on you or hard on you. It's just, I know the struggles of a single mother. Mm-hmm. You have to be more discerning on who you bringing kids with into this world. If not for them or for the other person, for at least for your peace, your sanity, your dreams, your aspirations.
Okay, because even Nikki Parker went back to college after having Kim, and she graduated in high school.
Come on, man.
Hey, like, Professor Ogilvy.
My mother had her first child when she was 15 years old. Mm. She had her last one, which is me, at, I think, 23. Mm-hmm.
I think that's my mom had me. I was 23.
My mother works in the healthcare field, and she makes pretty good money. Like, when I say pretty good. And it hurt my soul. I think it was a few years ago when me and her was just talking, because me and her be having like real deep conversations. Mm-hmm. And I asked her, like, well, what did you want to be? And she said she wanted to be an archaeologist. But after she had the first kid and then, kept having kids, that dream was over. So I'm like, even though I'm grateful to be here, it kind of hurt me to see that my mama was never able to conquer what her dream that she wanted to conquer. That was taken from her. Even though some of that was, on her doing. Because it was consensual. It was 2 teenagers having sex.
Yeah.
But still, that was still taken from her. And I try to be as kind and compassionate to women as I can. But y'all have to stop being so fucking dumb when it comes to love. You're literally, and this is a statistic that you can pull up and verify. Black women in this country are the most educated. They have the most college degrees out of any race or any sex. Black women in this country are the most educated. It makes me scratch my head too when I know that statistic. But when it comes to love, it's like y'all are Forrest Gump and life is like a box of chocolates. And it's fucking crazy.
You never know which one you're gonna get.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. Hopefully they can come together, and hopefully she can be prosperous. And
for sure.
But knowing Cardi B, a few months from now, she gonna go back to social media, trashing the nigga, saying he did this, or I call him cheating again, or da da da. And it's like, it's
now
the
what
same
if she don't?
cycle. If she don't, my God, please, if they stay together for the next 50 years.
I ain't say all that now. But she did say that her pregnancy is not going to delay her tour plans.
Bitch, don't I want to see no pregnant bitch on tour? Like, sorry.
The Little Miss Drama tour kicks off in February of 2026, just a month after she's due. She's already training and preparing energetically.
Okay,
so that's all I have to say about Cardi.
So
Cardi, I wanted to do this little segment on you today because your album releases tomorrow. I love you. I'm here for you. You and baby. Stefan Diggs, I don't know too much about you, but keep your hands off, baby. Okay. Did you watch the Breakfast Club's interview with Dame Dash?
Yes, I did. I actually watched it with my brother at his house, which is crazy. Yes, I did.
What are your thoughts?
It's just a grown man that never grew up.
Dash. Dash. That's his new name.
And it just seems like he was just corny to me.
It was corny. The whole thing was super corny.
Me, he's corny.
Even him coming dressed up in that suit. Corny.
And then they have white forces on.
Like,
nigga, you 50-something years old. Put some hard bottoms on.
Anyway, Dame Dash calls Charlamagne gay and threatens to punch him during an interview. Now, if you watch the interview, you saw how all these things unfolded. From, him telling Charlamagne he doesn't think that he's the proper representation for black men, then got mad when Charlamagne started actually, like, responding. Threatening to punch him in the face. Like, how you gonna tell a grown man to his face on his fucking show, man, if I would see you on the street, I would have punched him for that, or whatever he said. Charlamagne said, you would have got hit back. Now you feel disrespected. Again, you another grown-ass black man walking on another grown-ass black man TV show. Talking about, oh yeah, I seen the video, and I don't know if y'all know what he's talking about, but it is a video of Charlamagne getting chased through the streets of New York by a group of niggas. Okay? That's neither here nor there. That's not the point. The point is we invited you here just for you to get not even low-key, but high-key disrespectful to the point where even Envy low-key was interjecting at small low points. I don't know how. I watched another interview with him and who the other Dash?
Bobby or his son?
Who the light-skinned nigga? They got the same shaped head as him with the glasses. I think he got glasses.
I believe that's his son.
Can't be his son. He look older than him.
Okay, well, it's Bobby.
Okay, Bobby.
Bobby, his brother.
They talk like that to one another.
Yeah.
And I'm just...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can I...
Please.
So, this is my thing. And I want to say this, and I want to make it perfectly clear. Black people, but black men especially, are not monolithic. There's not a cookie-cutter version of a black man. They come, Jay-Z, Barack Obama, Nas, KRS-One, Dr. Henry Lou Gates III, Cornel West, Byron Allen, Tyler Perry, to Wesley Snipes, to The Rock,
to Ray, and to me too. Like it's
Q. Like is not one image of a black man. We come in all shapes, size, creeds, and colors. So that I found very offensive. And that just speaks to the homophobia that's still prevalent in the black community.
But he's a good example of what a black man is. He's a good representation of what a black man is, with all of this debt that you've accumulated over the years.
And back child support. And then he kept saying, well, it get paid. My nigga, if you making money.
Talking about he only got paid he only got like $4,000.
And then
Dame, please.
And he's telling us in our face what rich white people do all the time. They put everything in a trust or a company name that is that they do not directly control. So if they get sued or they lose money, money over here can't be touched.
Yeah.
So I understand that portion of it, but he's just corny.
Yeah, like
Grown ass man.
it was too much. Like I genuinely did not like that energy. Like even the parts and points when they were laughing and stuff like that. Like I didn't find anything funny. Like when people like him step on the scene, for me, it's one of the biggest icks. Because it's like you are trying so hard to prove that you are this black, stand up, all well-rounded guy. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually not close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your history. Stop it. There was no room for you to go up there and do any of that, and yet you did. Okay, well, you also got chewed the fuck up. Why they calling you Debt Dash in your face? Envy waving his hand like, come on, you're embarrassing.
Debt Dash.
Yeah.
I just think he's a weird ass, corny ass old nigga.
For sure.
That needs to sit down. Then he had, I ain't gonna get too much on his OG or whatever he called him, because his wife passed recently and he don't deserve slander. But they old niggas, they dress old. The nigga had on a whole white Adidas fit that was like a soccer jersey. That shit was just screams old niggas and old vibes. I mean, peace and blessings to Dame. Hopefully he'll fix himself, but probably not. And he lie more than anybody. And he's a chatty patty, just like he called other men chatty patties. And he said he was the chairman of Revolt. And I seen a leaked email that the CEO.
I saw as well. Even Lauren LaRosa put it out there. She's talking about some story still under investigation or something like that. Yeah, girl, because it ain't no story. That man sat on y'all show and lied. Please. Chewed. Just like that suit in them shoes. Chewed.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Dame Dash, you were donkey of the day for me.
Definitely.
Okay.
And he always been a donkey, but yeah. Definitely, yo. Fucking asshole, yo.
And the last thing I wanted to get into, I have marked it. Where's it at? Oh, the new the Kanye West documentary, In Whose Name. Have you heard of it? Yeah, he has a new documentary. It's set to drop, and it's called In Whose Name, covering Kanye West's life from 2018 to 2024. It includes intimate footage, personal struggles, bipolar disorder, relationship breakdown with Kim Kardashian, and moments like Kris Jenner begging him to stay on his medication. That was in the New York Post.
I saw White 100 talking about it it had to be a few months ago, that the camera crew was following Kanye West around for a while and caught unedited, unseen version of him and Kim's spats and him going through the mental health issues he's going through. So it seems like it's going to be a documentary, and I'm gonna watch it.
I am too.
I'm gonna watch it.
And the crazy part is, I'm not even that interested in Kanye West, but I would like to know, as a former, and I still like some of his older music, obviously, as a former fan, like what kind of led him to that direction. I mean, outside of his mother passing,
mental health issues.
Well, yeah, I know that, but you know how like certain situations can
traumatic events can alter,
can affect you to the point where now you're reacting based off of these things. Like and then I'm sure being a part of that Kardashian was not helping.
But he picked that lady to be his Beyonce.
I know he did.
And I think, to touch into his mother point, I feel when his mother passed, she was probably the only person that can keep him on medication, make sure he stayed with the medication, and protected him in certain ways. Like, okay, you having an episode, I'm gonna stay with you, so I know you can't go out. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying she did that. I'm just saying I feel like what Keith said, when she passed, it's like his rock, his safe space was gone. Because I think it was just them two.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got a daddy and I think brothers and sisters or whatever, but he won't raise with them. It was just him and his mama. I believe so. If I was looking at the documentary for Yeezus, right?
Yeah,
But
I don't recall because I know I didn't watch that.
It's a great documentary. It showed from birth to, I guess, 2018, 2019 when he started having mental episodes. After that, that's when it left. Well, that's when the documentary ended. So hopefully this is kind of like maybe part 2 where it picks up, but I don't know. It could be different people. Could be
They say from
different
2018 to
producers.
2024, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see for sure.
Yeah. Prayers to him.
Always.
Clearly, somebody had a conversation with him or something happened, because after he said that about those 2 people that I hold dear on Twitter and their kids, hopefully you know what I'm referring to. I think it was a few days and then he was gone. He ain't really said nothing really since then. And he came back and apologized, but the cat is out the bag. The disrespect is already there and it's up. And whatever friendship or brotherhood you thought you had with that man is gone.
Yeah.
Do you think Beyonce ain't going for that shit? Jay ain't going for that shit. Whatever you thought that little and Jay was on his latest album, which not his latest album, but was on his album Donda.
Yeah.
Stop all that rap cap. We going home. Like y'all trying to Mike and Prince us, but we're not doing that. We brothers.
Yeah.
All that shit out the window now.
Yeah.
It's up. But yeah, I will want to watch it. I will want to watch it.
Yay, hit me up. That's my Jay-Z impersonation.
He's fucking funny. He want to text. Should I leave him on red?
Go get him, Jay.
What'd he say? That's my B impression.
You gotta have a deep voice with B. B got a deep voice.
What'd he say?
No, it's more of a
what he
like
said.
a little tone with a little twist.
What a
That's
little
how Beyonce
twist.
be talking. That's how Beyonce be talking. But yeah,
this was our episode. I feel like it was a great, informative, and funny episode. And this is the type of episodes I want to create. You know, this whole channel was made for just to provide a different perspective and for people to judge the facts on how they want to judge it.
Yeah, we put it out there for you. You take it how you want. Come up with your own conclusion.
Come on. Social medias, anything you want to say?
Outside of the normal, no, not really. I mean, if you guys want to follow me, go take a look at my Instagram and my Instagram and my TikTok. Underscore SneakyQ_ for both. Again, that is underscore SneakyQ_ Follow me. I'd love you for it. Make the world a better place. Okay, people?
Come on. The Vaughan Show links. Vaughan TV on YouTube. Make sure you like this video, you comment, you subscribe. We getting views, but we need likes. The likes keep us in the algorithm. The likes keep us getting pushed to other accounts and other people that may have not even seen this, but the likes keep us there.
And I don't know if you all know, but if you go on TikTok and watch our videos, even watching it for 10 seconds and sharing it does so much more than what you think it does.
Come on. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Vaughan Show on TikTok and Instagram. The Vaughan Show on TikTok and Instagram. And my personal links is Vaughan with 2 underscores. That's Vaughan with 2 underscores on TikTok, IG, and
And as I always say, get off his back on Twitter. Because if I make an appearance, well, I don't want y'all to have my Twitter, so it's fine, actually.
TikTok, Twitter, and IG.
Vaughan
with 2 underscores.
2.
So what did he tell you?
Who? He told me to shut my fat ass up.
See, I was going to go with the more updated one.
What?
He said, let me heal you.
And that's the show, people.
We out.
Cardi, I love you.
We out. Shit, that's what she said. I don't